Have you come across words like fear women or men has come? If you have not, please invite me to your planet. I think I need a break because I hear these words a lot these days. But in fairness to the situation, these phrases are not just touted for no reason. It has become common because of people's negative experiences in relationships. One of such experiences is the breach of promise to marry. Adamu meets Nkechi and they fall in love and make promises. Sacrifices are made by Adamu for the benefit of Nkechi. But Nkechi, after enjoying the benefit, ignores the promises and walks away, leaving Adamu dry, confused, and traumatized. So what happened here? Fear women. Imabong is in a relationship with Bamidele for 8 years. She is with Bamidele, performing all the wifely duties, cleaning, cooking, managing laundry, supporting, and of course, jiggling away in the other room. And then the 9th year, Bamidele calls and said, I'm sorry, you know I love you, but I mistakenly got someone pregnant and the parents are forcing her on me. I have to marry her. What just happened here? Men has come. These scenarios happen to a lot of people these days, and some of those with these experiences resort to self-help or jungle justice because they feel and believe that they cannot get justice otherwise. While some just resign to providence and let the Almighty God execute the revenge for them. The question here then is there any provision in our laws that takes care of such experiences? Hi, I am Ared, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to Legal Tips with Ared today. If this is your first time with me, I'm super glad you are here. Please subscribe, turn on that notification bell. I would love having you around whenever we upload. Have you been here before but yet to subscribe? Here is the thing. There is a reason for not subscribing. Am I right? Please, let's hear you out in the comment section. You are subscribed and you are back here. Wow. Please do more. Like, comment, share. Your interaction helps us do more and better. And of course, feedback is the breakfast of champions. What is a breach of promise to marry? Breach of promise to marry is a legal concept that arises when one party fails to fulfill their promise to marry the other party. It occurs when one party makes a clear promise to marry another person, but subsequently refuses to fulfill that promise. The promise could be written or oral. When this happens, marriage is seen as a contract and promises are seen as agreements. In Nigerian law, breach of promise to marry is governed by statutory provisions and judicial precedents. Conviviality or mere romantic exhibitions without more will not translate to an agreement to marry. Having a boyfriend for financial benefit or just for fun, or knowingly dating a married man will not also translate to breach of promise to marry simply because your partner has been kind and generous. In order for a breach of promise to marry to occur, certain elements must be present. And these elements are, number one, clear promise. Very clear promise. The promise must be clear and unequivocal, whether oral or written. You are a beautiful girl, I want to marry you, will not suffice. There has to be offer and acceptance and corresponding action to affirm. Number two, reliance on the promise. It will not be enough that the promise was made. Did you act on the promise? The aggrieved party must have relied on the promise to their detriment. The promise must have influenced the actions or decisions of the aggrieved party. For example, you turned down another proposal or you missed a job opportunity, etc. Number 3, refusal to fulfill the promise. There will be no breach if the party who made the promise has not refused to fulfill it. Makes sense, right? The refusal can be non-performance or actual, where the reneging party does not show up on the wedding day or calls off or cancels the wedding before the wedding day. It can be anticipatory or speculative, where the reneging party gets married to another person or do things deliberately to frustrate the relationship. Does this sound familiar? Then listen more. What are the legal implications of breach of promise to marry? In Nigerian law, a breach of promise to marry has legal consequences in the form of a legal lawsuit. If someone makes a promise to marry another and then fails to fulfill that promise, the aggrieved party may have grounds to sue for breach of promise to marry. In approaching the court, the aggrieved party may seek damages for any harm caused by the breach. The harm could include emotional distress, loss of reputation, financial loss incurred in preparation for the marriage, waste of time, time is money we say, and any other damages directly related to the breach. What are the remedies available for an aggrieved party in case of breach of promise to marry? In the event of a breach of promise to marry, remedies available are mostly monetary compensation, which may include compensation for emotional trauma, mental anguish, special expenses incurred during the pendency of the relationship, loss of reputation, time lost, dignity, and privacy. The aggrieved party may ask for specific performance. However, specific performance is not always granted by the court, as it may not be appropriate in certain circumstances. For example, having to force a woman on a man who has become hostile or already married to another may not be the best compensation. Can the consequences of a breach of promise to marry be avoided? Of course. In every relationship, be it business or marriage, honesty and integrity are very crucial. When you make a promise to marry someone, you are entering into a legal agreement. You can say you are going into a contract, but in this case, beyond material, because emotions are involved. Psychology is involved. And failing to fulfill that promise can have serious consequences. It is therefore imperative and sound reasoning that we do not make promises we do not intend to keep. Don't enter into an agreement to marry because of what you stand to gain materially when you know that your heart will never accept the other person. You can agree for material, of course, but it has to be what and all, material and commitment, just like every other contract between two parties. The law will not watch you walk out of an agreement contemptuously simply because you feel that you have the power or you have the clout or the beauty or the support to do so. And of course, the relationship has served your purpose, and so you feel you can walk away without consequences, because there are consequences. Failing to uphold your side of the promise to marry someone can result in legal action being taken against you. The law, though not explicitly structured on breach of promise to marry, recognizes the concept and has the capacity to accommodate it. Of course, marriage is not a do or die affair, but the effect of the trauma of rejection, time lost, material lost, hope dashed, uncertain future, personality distortion, ego bruising, dented dignity can be devastating, and so the law will step in to mitigate the pain and the loss. Hope this makes sense and that you would want to hear more. Then don't leave without subscribing. Did you learn anything today? Then please leave a comment. Because feedback is the breakfast of champions. Do you think others might benefit from this knowledge? Then please share. I guess you are eagerly waiting for the next upload. Then please turn on the notification bell. Until then, remain blessed.